This
So what's
conference
going
will
on,
now
man?
be recorded.
Is this our first inaugural
Is this?
uh,
Do you have my
effort?
express? My express written? Is this like Major League Baseball where you need my express written consent in order to
Exactly,
record
exactly.
or repost it? No,
So
we both lost a lot of money today in the
yeah,
Fed.
yeah. So I guess I'm not surprised. I knew it was going to happen at some point with
You know what?
his
But each time the Fed has made an announcement, either the market reacts way up or way down, and then the next day there's an immediate rebound. So that could happen this
yeah.
time, you know.
I certainly hope so. I mean, it was bound to happen. And some of these tech stocks I'm in, I'm way up, so I knew it wasn't going to last forever.
What do they say? The Magnificent Seven is what's carrying it, you know, because there's only seven companies that are making the S&P go way up. Like all the other like mid cap companies aren't doing shit, you know.
Right. What's in the Mag 7?
I don't
Amazon.
know. Probably like Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple. You know what else? I don't know. You tell me. I just buy
Google,
indexes and hold them, so I don't even fucking
Google,
know.
Amazon. What's that?
Yeah, Google, Amazon. Yeah, probably Google,
Apple,
Amazon, Apple. Probably
Meta,
Nvidia. What else would be the
Microsoft,
other
and
three?
Tesla. Yeah.
Microsoft and Tesla. And did we say Amazon? I guess we did.
Yep. Tesla's been a huge performer for me the last last month, especially since the election, really. But
Didn't it go down today? Maybe not.
it did go down. Not a crazy amount, I don't think. I'm checking it right now. Crypto took a dump.
Elon's kind of crazy, man.
He is, but he's a genius. I don't think there's anyone that can doubt
He
that.
he told Trump that Americans should be put on Wegovy, like the weight loss drug, which is nuts. I
Well,
mean, because
Americans are fat as shit.
yeah, but RFK is like more into lifestyle changes, and Wegovy is kind of unproven, and there's a lot of side effects. And right now it's patented, but you know, Elon's not the health czar, so I guess it's not his choice to make. But apparently he had taken it before, and he's in Trump's ear telling Americans to take this like unfounded weight loss drug. I don't know.
Right.
Anytime I hear miracle drug, I kind of it's a little cringy, you know. Like I don't know if that's really good for everybody.
That shit works though. There's no doubt about it. I mean, yeah, I'm sure there's side effects. It's expensive. Have you looked into it at all?
Well, not for me, but I mean, I know it's expensive. I hear it's expensive because it's still under patent, right? But yeah,
What's the other brand name? Uh,
I forget.
Wegovy. There's what's that?
I forget what the other one is.
It's not Wegovy.
I hate those fucking pharmaceutical commercials too. They're just god awful.
Why can't I remember this fucking name? Ozempic. That's
Oh yeah,
Ozempic.
yeah.
So, what are you looking to buy some more stocks or what? I didn't buy any today. I don't have any money for that right now.
I mean, I bought a little indexes today. Nothing like a few $100 worth. Like nothing major. You know, if it went way down, like the market went up 27% this year. I think the S&P is still up like 25 or 27%. You know, like there'd have to be like a 20% dip in stocks to like even 3%. Even today is like nothing when you look at the last 5 years. You know.
Yeah, crypto took a big dump today too.
Oh really?
That was painful. I mean, Bitcoin's still holding over 100K, but a lot of the alts are took big dumps, like Litecoin,
You
Doge.
own, you own that stuff?
Yeah,
Is it like an
yeah, I know.
index? Is it like an index of all of them, or you just own like a little bit?
No, I own a fair amount of a lot of crypto, a lot of different crypto.
Isn't it a pain in the
Yeah,
ass to buy though? You have to go through like Coinbase. You have to go through a platform, right? Because you can't buy it over a brokerage, or you can buy it through Robinhood, maybe, right?
yeah, I own all of it, a lot of it through Robinhood, just because it's cheaper there. But it gives me, I'm concerned that I shouldn't be holding it in Robinhood. I should get it out of there, honestly.
Why?
I'm just worried about like having all my eggs in one basket. I do have another brokerage that I use. Um, so I'd like to take it into cold storage, like all my Bitcoin and stuff. But it's just more shit I got to learn about. So it's just like Jesus Christ, I got to learn about that now too. So
Have you
if I
done
could,
any stand-up comedy lately?
it's been a couple of weeks. I was thinking about I should have went on Sunday. I was just being lazy. But I
How
was
many
going
minutes do they let you do? Like, two, is it like 2 or 3 minutes? It's got to be really fast, right?
no,
The
usually
open mic.
5 minutes. Well, 3 to 5. 3 to 5 minutes is pretty standard.
God, that's
You know,
hard to win over a crowd. Like, no matter how good you are. Like,
not
I feel
much
like
time. No,
yeah, yeah.
you'd be surprised though when you get on stage. Fuck, it certainly feels like a long time if
Are
you're.
there anybody who's like good, who like you saw that feels like they're good? Because I heard one of the limerick was there weren't very good people that did it.
Well,
Like
that's
everybody
even
was pretty
shorter
good.
there. They do like 1 or 2 minutes
2 minutes.
there. That's why I always.
I would just be like, please tip your servers, and that'd be like the whole,
Yeah,
I
that's
mean, the whole set, like 2 minutes, like that's all you could say. It's like,
that's not
yeah,
much time to do anything. It's like you can get up there and be like, oh, hey, fuck your mother. Did somebody step on a duck? It's like that's a minute there basically.
yeah, because you
It's
have
always like
to get into a rhythm. Yeah. Have you been to this new? There's a new comedy club in Alpharetta. It's kind of a chain.
the
Uh,
helium.
yeah, Helium. I was telling you about it. I think.
No, I've seen a lot of their ads and shit.
Yeah, probably on Facebook. Yeah, I saw Reese Darby. He was pretty funny, but I'm gonna go see Kevin Nealon. But I guess they have a lot of some like bigger names that are coming. Who's the guy from like Hot Tub Time Machine? Like he came here. I'm blanking on his
Craig
name.
Robinson.
Craig Robinson. Yeah.
I guess T.J. Miller was just here at Punchline on Sunday.
I feel like somebody told me that he had some health issue or something, and that he like for a while he wasn't doing comedy anymore. Because all I really know him from is Silicon Valley.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know him that well. I mean, I know who he is, but I don't know his comedy that much. Um,
Hmm.
I did. I don't suppose you know who Ryan Long is, do you?
I think I've heard the name.
Yeah, he's fucking funny.
Is he funny?
Yeah, yeah, really funny. I saw him at Punchline. That was cool. Yeah, he's like got a bunch of stuff. He does a bunch of shorts on YouTube. I like him a lot. He's really funny. A
Yeah,
lot
I
of, a
need to
lot of
go.
male.
Where's he from?
He's Canadian actually. I
Hmm.
think he lives in New York though.
Yeah, I always want to do the Just for Laughs thing, but it's probably insane now. Like like when you watch old comedy videos and it's everybody's at. I feel like everybody who gets big does a set at the Just for Laughs up in Montreal.
Doesn't exist anymore.
It
It
doesn't
ended.
exist. They
No,
ended
ended
it.
like 2, 3 years ago.
Is it because of the pandemic or something?
I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah. So yeah, pretty big games this weekend. Are you gonna watch any of them?
When's the Syracuse one? Is it the?
That's a game nobody cares about except you.
Well, I'm wearing the shirt. Yeah. Let's see. Well, Syracuse did well this year. Let's see. December 27th, the Holiday Bowl.
The Holiday Bowl.
I don't know. What's on TV?
For the longest time, there was a hotel chain called Gaylord Hotels, and they sponsored a bowl game. And it was like all my friends were always like, "Oh, the Gay Bowl. We're going to the Gay Bowl."
Wow.
Oh God. Okay. No, you're too PC for that kind of humor now. Is that it?
No, it's funny. It's funny, but I went on this trip with my dad, and he like we went to the Grand Canyon, and there was like this tour guide when I was like 17, and he's like, "My name is Gaylord, and this is my girlfriend," and everybody called him Gaylord until the last night. He's like, "Yeah, I lied about my name." Like we're all
Who
like
said
drinking
this?
beers. This tour guide for the Grand Canyon, he basically had everybody calling him Gaylord and convinced his name was Gaylord, like the entire trip. And then at the end of it, he's like, "Yeah, that's not my real name. I was just fucking with you guys like for the last week," and admitted like whatever his real name was, you know.
I didn't think he wanted to have the name Gaylord. Strange.
Maybe he did. Maybe he wanted it. That's true. I don't think I've ever met any any Gaylords. You know. How
There's
was
a
Moe's
few.
last night? Was it
It
fun?
was
I'm
okay.
surprised. I'm surprised you went out on a weeknight. That's not
Yeah,
like
no,
you.
but like I got that serving job, and I've been working late nights the last couple of nights, and well, late relatively. But like I don't know, man. There's something about working all damn day, and then like when you're working in a restaurant, you just feel like you need a drink after that shit. So
How was
and
it? You started your restaurant job.
yeah, yeah.
How do you like it?
It's a serving job, like any other serving job. I mean, there's things I like about. I like being on your feet and moving around and stuff, and meeting people. Getting extra cash is nice. Some really good tips I've gotten there last night, but yeah, I'm not used to being on my feet like that for long periods of time, so it's going to be an adjustment for sure.
But they opened that location, but it's pretty busy. Oh, that's good if it's right because it was just
Well, yeah,
you were
I'm sure it'll be busy. It's a busy area up there. I know you've never been, so you don't know for sure.
where Roswell.
Yeah,
I think I've been there once or twice. Yeah, we have
yeah.
a friend who lives
What
up
about
there,
that?
but he's married and like he'll go to the Georgia Tech game and then we're supposed to go to Rock and Taco. But I don't know if you live in the city, what's so different out there you can't find in Atlanta. There's still people at bars. Although the Highlands, the last few times I've gone out, it's been insane. Like Atkins Park. I don't know if it's just because of football games or Georgia games, but the amount of people that have been out, like I don't like that many. It's too crowded, for me. So maybe
It's
Roswell's
because you go
better
up there because it's different. Why travel anywhere? You go somewhere because it's different,
because
different
Roswell
vibe,
that different from Atlanta.
a little
Are
bit.
the suburbs of Atlanta all that different? How? How are
Different
the
class of people,
hmm.
different class of people,
They
different
can
types of
afford
people.
they can afford houses out there? Like,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
I don't know, like fucking the Highlands is all like fucking, you know, glorified recent college grads, and their fucking social skills fucking suck. Um,
sure.
I don't know.
I haven't been spending that much time at the Moe's and Joe's. But you had fun there last night. Did you see anybody we knew? No.
Yeah, the usual suspects, Jesus and Brooks. She was there, and Matt, Cowboy Joe.
Yeah, they're
All
always
the
there.
yeah, exactly, exactly. So
That's fun.
you gonna watch this game on Friday? You got Indiana and Notre Dame. That's a game I'm interested in seeing. I'll be working, unfortunately, but maybe I can catch the second half.
When is it? When is the game? What time?
That's Friday at 8 p.m.
I might go to see Shaky Graves at in Little Five Points. This band, this guy. So it depends. I'll try to catch part of the game if I can. I don't know what time that show is. You know, what time are
Who
you
is
gonna
it?
work to? Shaky Graves. This one guy who sings and plays guitar.
By himself?
Yeah, I think he's playing with somebody else.
Okay.
Let's see. I had some like credit for trying to buy a ticket and not getting a ticket from somewhere, so I might have to use it for a show. But yeah, that show's at 8 o'clock, so I may go to that. Haven't been to like a I haven't been going to any shows really, like music shows or usually I go to a lot of them, but I haven't. I don't know. You know, but variety is a good place to see musicians and bands and everything. But that's good that you get a Friday shift though, man, because that's when everybody will be there, ordering Italian food and drinking whatever they drink, old fashions or what do they drink there? You have a couple
Old
that I,
fashions, Negronis, shit like that.
but you need to get a hold of me if there's any hot girls that are there. You need to alert me.
That's not my duty, man. You're you go to
Why?
fucking
It's
you
called
go
being a
to
good. You want to be a good wingman or you want to be a great wingman?
not my job, dude. You and Darren stroke each other off for that. That's what you guys.
He doesn't work in a restaurant. He can't tell me when there's hot chicks around.
I thought he doesn't need to do that. He's a magnet. He just pulls women to him,
Now
right?
we've had uh two women, one who's into me and one who's into him. We've had you know, that happen a few times, I think. You know,
That's true.
you gotta be a team. He was a podcaster back in the day. You got to publish these podcasts. You can't keep them in the archive for too long.
Don't look at me, man. I'm not the one that did that. That's your other buddy. I don't know. Do I know him, Caleb?
No, it's not even my other buddy because it's my friend Darren's friend. His name's Dan. You'll never meet him, but
Why is
they
that?
went to high school together. But he had like three. Like I was saying, we had like three cameras set up. And like three microphones and like a soundboard. And maybe you're right. Maybe it's too much because then somebody's got to produce it and somebody's got to run through and like what switch the camera or what do you call that when you
Cut,
yeah
make edits.
cut it make edits and maybe it was just a little bit too much. But he does that. He like the guy who filmed it does like wedding or not wedding does like real estate videos for certain people like for a living. So he does video audio stuff like for a living. So he had like monitors and all the everything, but who cares if nobody sees it? If a tree falls in the woods, if a
Yeah.
bear shits in the woods,
You can't
yeah.
expect somebody to do that, that's not on camera that you're not paying. I mean, what incentive do they have to do that for you? Um, you got to have some skin in the game.
Well, it's funny because he made like this, like these posters like for the podcast with me in it and Darren in it. Like, so he had some skin in the game. It looked like, but they just never actually got published. Like we had podcast swag and no
Oh yeah,
podcast and no podcast. Like our
nobody
names were
saw
on.
it.
There was like a throw pillow with our like faces on it somewhere.
Oh, Jesus
and
Christ.
yet, and yet, what's the point if like you don't upload it? You're right. You're right. When you're right, you're right. You know.
Hey, so I wanted to run you by some other stocks that I'm into, and I know people are excited about, and it's been doing well. Um, SoFi, you heard about SoFi at all?
Yeah, because my student loans through them. They've been around forever. They're like a fintech company, right?
They're fintech, yeah, but it's up 137%.
They're actually really good. Like, cause I did some banking and some stuff with them. Actually, they're a pretty good company. They're like one of those companies where you can like if you had money, uh, like more than 250,000, like they'll take it and throw it at multiple banks and FDIC insure it. They're like one of the earlier adopter ones, but they've been doing well.
Yeah, I mean their income is up huge. Their amount of members is up huge. They're big with like young people, like Zennials and shit.
Hmm.
Um, I know I've been talking to you about PLTR a ton.
What are they again? They're what do you call it? They're what do
Data
they make?
analytics. They don't make anything. It's information, decision making, and information. AI.
Oh, because I thought it was like a semiconductor company for some reason, but
CI. I know this stock's
yeah,
took a huge hit because they had some shaky accounting, but some people think it could be a great value. I'm thinking about maybe.
what's the 5 year? Wow. Even though it's done nothing this year, that's incredible. It's like damn, 200% a year. But look at it. It's way off of its high though.
Do
But
I know because they got a lot of bad news, bad press. They say it's the current Enron with
isn't
fictional
Apple still
employees.
doing? Apple's still doing pretty well too.
Yeah, I don't understand why because I remember hearing about them. Like I
I'm,
thought their new iPhone hasn't done shit, so I'm kind of
that
surprised
that's
that.
what I thought too. Like I thought that Apple. like Apple's not that innovative. They have their like people that buy their computer, like their iMacs, or what do you call them? The like with I just thought that with the market getting so saturated and people aren't buying phones every 2 years anymore, and people want to hold on to them for like 4 or 5 years, that like companies like Apple would take a hit because nobody wants an iPad every. I guess there's still people who buy stuff every year or who want to be early adopters. Apparently Apple has like a VR set that they made that's like $3,000. But I feel like they got out of like the self-driving car. Like I don't think Apple's innovative, right? They're just iterative, or if that's the word, iterations.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Like,
people think it's done well because it's really low volatility and it's a low risk stock. So even you're not going to get like the huge gains, it's just like dependable and just continually grinding higher. It's kind of my understanding of it. But Meta is really the one that's been killing it.
well, what is Apple like? What does Apple make money off of? The iPhone. What is the thing that they make the
iPhone,
most money off of?
their iPhone,
And their computers and
MacBooks,
iPad
yeah. I mean,
and
yeah. I mean, it's yeah. You're not going to get the hyper explosive growth, but you're not going to lose on holding their stock.
I heard their Apple TV is losing a lot of money too.
But Facebook is really what's killed it, been killing it, which is surprising because I remember when it was like it had a whole bunch of bad press, and I bought some shares like around here,
Hmm.
but I didn't buy much. I only bought like
Well, I
two
bet
or
you it's
four.
all Instagram. Like I don't use Instagram much, but Facebook owns Instagram, right? What else do they own? They own Instagram and Facebook and a couple other.
WhatsApp.
I don't use that anymore because there's some weird uh, user agreement, and my friends used to be on WhatsApp, and then we switched to like Signal or like one of the other ones that is a group chat app. Like we moved it for some reason. I think like Facebook could own the data from your group chats. They're always so like all the photos you upload to Facebook, they own. Like they're real sketchy about their user agreements. Basically, any data that's on there that you put up there, they own.
Right.
So I don't know. People who are like have privacy concerns probably don't like that. But and if I search anything, that Facebook app is so big in my phone, and if I search for like a guitar, like in a different app, like I Google like a guitar, something related to guitars, all the advertisements in my Facebook, it's like Facebook really listens in to third party apps and is really linked to them, uh like really intertwined with them more than any other app. I don't know if you've noticed
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I've
Yeah,
noticed that too. Noticed that too.
yeah, they're pretty good at spying on shit. But yeah, I was hoping like the dollar's doing well. I was hoping you pull up a VXUS, which is what I own, like, which hasn't been doing anything. And today it got hit hard too. It's like look at like the 5 year, it's probably flat. Just, all those buy and hold guys are like, well, own 20. You should own at least 20% international, but international hasn't been doing anything in the last 20 years. Like it's all the U.S. market.
Yeah, I would not guess that that's going to do well in the Trump administration.
But why? I mean,
Because Trump is America first, he's talking about raising tariffs and uh, no, all these companies are talking about bringing back their production to the U.S. because of the tariffs and the protectionist
simplify.
policies of a Trump administration. So yeah, I would not be long international. I mean, a little bit. I always hold a little bit, but I,
Yeah,
I
it
probably
sucks.
would I would trim my 20% if I were you, probably.
Sucks that it hasn't done well. It pays a dividend, like at maybe 2 or 3% dividend, but even then, what is the Mag 7? Look it up. It just said that right there.
Yeah, we talked about this
Did we
already,
get
right?
up? Did we get all of them?
Yeah. Tesla, man. Tesla's where it's at.
Well, Tesla's probably going to do well because now that Elon's all up Trump's ass. You know, like I'm sure Trump,
30% in a month.
but like for all the regulations on EVs, obviously Trump's gonna give uh, Tesla a leg up, right? I mean, those business guys don't donate for free.
Yeah, I wonder how
Like
Exxon's
like
doing.
Trump's gonna do some favors for Elon to like get XOM. I think it's kind of done bad the last month or so. Is Exxon just in? Did they do anything other than oil?
I mean, I think they've been investing in alternative energy sources, but
Or they say
I
they
mean,
do just to
far and
like look?
away, it's
Yeah.
that's kind of surprising. I thought it'd be doing better under since Trump got elected.
I don't know, man. Trump and Elon might push electric cars. You don't think so?
No, I know they are, but just the market hasn't been responding to that. People haven't been buying electric cars in the way that they were hoping or thinking they would. But I know, yeah, Elon wants to bring back the subsidy. I think, yeah, I mean, Tesla's been pumping for, you know, thinking that Trump's going to be friendly to electric cars, but also it's the autonomous vehicles um, projections that I think are what really driving the stock.
They had a like for a while in Georgia, you could get a. I had a friend who did it, where you can get a Nissan Leaf, and with like the state tax incentive and the federal, you could basically lease a Nissan Leaf for free. Like it was a free car. This was like maybe 8 or 9 years ago.
Yeah, I know. I don't think those subsidies exist anymore. Maybe Trump will bring them back, but
I think maybe they do. Weren't they for unionized? Like they were kind of fucking Tesla over. Like they were trying to not to give the federal government wasn't giving a break on the Teslas because they weren't unionized. So the federal government's rule was if you're a car company, you have to have unions, and then we'll
right.
give you a break on EVs. So if you went and got like a Chevy Bolt or whatever, then you get the credit, but you can't get it on like a Model 3 or like a Y or any Teslas.
Mhm.
So
All right, man. I think I'm good for not tonight. Unless you want to talk more about these games, but I'm pretty beat. I was up till like 3 in the morning last night.
now I'll let you go to bed.
I
Yeah, we'll
appreciate
do
it.
this like once a week, man. It's good. I'm sure
We
we'll
could
get
shoot for
more.
twice a week. We could shoot
Yeah,
for like
yeah,
Saturday afternoon or something like that.
yeah. I mean,
Wednesday
today
and
went pretty
Saturday.
well. It took a while for like Darren and Dan and I for it to be like funny or like I don't know. It just takes a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we got to put together like a list of topics or something like that. But if you could
Yeah,
start thinking about like something that you noticed or something that you read that was interesting, we can talk about that.
sure. Yeah, not the New York Times crossword puzzle because that's kind of boring. Although I fucking killed the Wednesday, or like I killed the Wednesday one. Obviously, you saw that in like half an hour. I fucking wrecked it, destroyed it. But
Yeah, it was that was super gay. I showed it. I showed yours. Yeah, speaking of Gaylord, maybe we should call you Gaylord. Um, I showed a picture of your text. I showed it to Cowboy Joe. We both had a good laugh about it.
oh,
So
did he like it?
yeah, yeah, he did.
Well, those guys are like, it's kind of. I'm not surprised those guys can be at the bar all the time. I feel like like I die. Maybe they just go there and don't drink a lot. Is that possible?
It's not, that'd be difficult. That'd be really difficult.
You know.
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you go to bed.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right, peace.
Bye bye.